Hey Zen friends, welcome to the 4/4 Zen Gate reading, and we're excited. Every month we do have a Zen Gate. I'll talk about what those are here in a moment, but we've got this Emperor energy that is coming in on April 4th. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll jump into an oracle and a tarot reading as well. So what is a Zen Gate? First of all, a Zen Gate is every month we have the numerical combinations of like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And this month it's 4, 4. And it brings in extra energy. We have this energy available to us all the time, but this is when it is open. It opens a portal to that energy that makes it easier and more expansive for us to be able to use that. So we have one every month. And if you want to kind of dive into the energies and how to connect with them and get any messages around them, there is a Zen Gate video playlist link in the description box of the video, and it should also be at the end of the video as well. Now, let's talk about the Emperor energy of April 4th. The number 4 in the Major Arcana Tarot is the number 4. That's why it's Emperor energy that it's focusing on for this month. Now, the Emperor rules over all the kings, the 4 kings of the Minor Arcana. And of course, so he has a little bit of the air mental energy, the earth energy, the fire energy, and the emotional water energy too. But all the kings get a second portion of air behind the scenes. So like the King of Swords, who rules over air, is the master of the air. But the Emperor then gets 5 parts air, 1 part earth, 1 part fire, 1 part water. So it brings in a lot of mental energy behind the scenes, which brings up the energy of the storyteller. It's whatever we decide something means with our thoughts is the story we apply to things in the world, right? So this does bring in a lot of this mental energy where we'll be questioning our beliefs of all kinds, all sorts of things. And we also have Aries energy that is behind or really at the forefront of this Emperor energy because it is about action, taking movement. So a big journey of the Emperor in the Major Arcana is that, they roll over an empire. They have all these advisors, even self-appointed advisors that are in their throne room telling them their opinion of what should happen with the empire. It needs to be this, it has to be this, blah, 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 blah. Contradictory opinions, all sorts of opinions, but those are rooted in fear. Now the emperor realizes, wait a minute, I'm the emperor of the empire. I get to decide. So thank you all for your opinion. Clear the throne room. And then they decide, what is it that I want for my empire? I put a plan together and I'm going to take action and put it behind it. So this questioning of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, we're determining what is what we want and what is out of fear by all the opinions and beliefs everyone else has put on us. So it's a big awakening time for this portal. And it's interesting because there's 2 sides of the emperor too. An emperor who rules from a place of love is a loved emperor. One who rules from a place of fear becomes a dictator and is hated and usually ends up like Caesar, stabbed in the back, right? So this is a good opportunity to really have awareness around what are you doing in your life? Are you doing it from a place of love for your higher heart, something that's in alignment with your higher self, or are you creating stories of fear and acting on that instead? So great awareness comes through here. And we'll dive into the reading right now and see what else Spirit wants you to know about this energy. All right, so let's dive in and see what energies are available to us, and then we can decide individually, are we going to let those energies use us, or are we going to ride the waves and kind of mold the energy and focus the energy for us instead? So we'll start off here with the Healing the Inner Child Oracle. Let's see what information they want to bring forward here. So what's the first card? What would you like us to know? Okay, well, there we go. And actually, it looks like we get 2. So we'll just put these cards out of the way here. And we'll start with this one here. So we have this wonderful protection energy here. You can see if you look really close there in the hands here, you've got 2 little children in the hands here. So we'll put that one up here first. And let's see what energy that brings in here for us. So if you're interested, this is who the deck is by here. And 42, right open to it here. So the invitation this card brings says, in cultures that do not ascribe to the belief that we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, the message given to the youth is that they are stewards of this bountiful earth. We do not have to stand orphaned because our human parents have failed us. Nature is within us and all around us, providing and nourishing us always. Looking back at your life so far, can you see how the challenging moments have given you more compassion? Our wounds make us human. Of course, none of us like to be in pain, and our nature as humans is to avoid suffering. Understandably, we often feel anger and grief when we recall or encounter challenging moments. We invite you to recognize these moments, to give them a place, and allow them to be integrated as a part of who you are today. Engaging with a wound and seeing it transform into an ally will take you on the journey of healing faster than anything else. The wound is the piece of coal that surrounds the diamond of our essence. The wound is neither good nor bad. It is your teacher, your friend, and it leads you straight to the realization of the perfection of all that is. What if we always held in the lap of a loving universe? What if we are always held in the lap of a loving universe? This card invites us to reclaim the right to be held and urges us to lean back into the unfailing support of each moment. The inner child message says your inner child never left the magic and wonder of childhood. Even while traversing pain and trauma, children have access to the soul realm, the mythical and imaginary world. What brought you wonder as a child? Did you have imaginary friends? Could you dialogue with the birds or the trees? Close your eyes and reconnect with this wondrous world that still lives within you. All it takes is the desire to open our eyes to the magic all around. And then say out loud to your inner child, it brings me joy to see the world through your eyes. And then the journey, sit in a seat that offers support for your spine and lean back. Imagine yourself as one of the children in this image, held by the loving hands of the universe, basking in warmth, safety, and comfort. Allow time for your body to experience the sensations that arise as you feel gravity holding you. Imagine roots extending out from the soles of your feet and the back of your body into the earth, down beneath the floor, through the foundation of the building, into the soil and deeper until they reach the core of our planet. With each inhale, draw in nourishment through these roots. Receive vitality, support, trust, and anything else you need as you breathe in. And then with each exhale, release tension, stress, and fear through the roots and into the earth. And continue for as long as you'd like. Wow. So very powerful energy here. One, connecting like to our joy here, right? There is that we can get so caught up into the seriousness of the outside world that we forget here to focus on joy, focus on where our heart wants to lead us, right? We get caught up into all that mind, into that story. Let's see, you also have here a belonging. Oops. So let's take a look here. Beautiful card here too. Again, here's the inner children within us. So we've got half of 42, which is 21. That's interesting. All right, let's see what comes in there. All right. So belonging. It is in our nature to crave belonging. To thrive, we need to be seen and to be loved by ourselves and by others. Some of the biggest obstacles to our growth and healing are inner child wounds. When our wounds are unattended, we unconsciously sabotage our relationships with others and have trouble connecting with our authentic feelings. Inside each of us is a vibrant and whole capital S self waiting to be accessed. The path to embodying this self is through a deep trusting relationship with your inner child, especially with the innocent, playful, and trusting child before they knew pain, trauma, and disappointment. In our adult lives, we shut down when the little one inside is afraid of being rejected again, afraid to ask for help, fearing nobody will be there. In a relationship, the worst fights are ones in which the wounded inner young parts are active and battling for their needs to be met. Meeting the needs of our inner child allows us to relate to others from our adult self instead of from the unmet needs of the child. And as long as we haven't reparented ourselves, we will expect our parent to offer us the love and support we did not receive from our parents, an impossible task for anyone. This card invites you to notice where your inner child might be striving to meet unmet needs from childhood in your current relationships. Then the inner child, it says, young children are masters at looking into your eyes with pure presence and love. Before they experience disappointment and trauma, children fully trust themselves and life. They do not hold judgments or preconceived expectations. Invite your inner child to teach you about seeing the world with eyes of wonder and with a beginner's mind. Ask them to take you back to the time when you trusted life unconditionally. What was that like? Allow a few breaths as you stay connected to these memories and the sensations of belonging. If no memory is available, create one. Imagine what belonging would have looked like for you as a child and offer it to your inner child now. Look into the eyes of your inner child and tell them, you matter. There is a place for you. Then the journey says, what do you notice in your body as you sit with this image? In the image on the card. Can you recall a moment where you felt sad and hopeless, disconnected from those you love, and unable to feel seen or heard? Revisit this memory and sense your pain as the adult, as well as your inner child's pain around unmet needs. Offer yourself compassion for the times you lashed out with anger or frustration. Remember what brought you out of this state. Was it kind words from someone, witnessing a moment of softness, or taking a walk in nature? Call in understanding and compassion as you hold space for the memories and feelings that arise as you contemplate this card. It is never too late to experience belonging. Wow, that is powerful. So I just really feel, the energy of the Emperor about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and we can look at those thoughts and beliefs that were created to protect our inner child. But I like this safety because we create those belief systems, those expectations to, like when we experienced pleasure, we'll create a whole kind of complex group of rules to try to feel that way again. And when we're punished and we don't like those uncomfortable things that we feel, we'll create a whole complex group of rules around how to not have that happen again. But those things were to protect us when we were children. When we step into reparenting ourselves as that powerful adult we are now, and knowing we can trust the universe to protect us, then we move beyond and we can let those old ways of thinking go that don't serve us. One of the analogies that Spirit brings up quite a bit that they were helping me understand that concept is when you're a baby, they put, the baby gates on stairs so you don't go up the stairs and fall down or fall down the stairs if you're upstairs. So it keeps us safe as little babies, as children, as toddlers. But when we're teenagers and adults, those baby gates are no longer needed, and they actually you start tripping over them because it's hard to get through them because you're bigger, and there's the little, usually sometimes a bar on the bottom where you trip over it. So it ends up almost being something that's dangerous for us or that will cause us pain than protect us from it. So I love that. All right. And then let's also pull a card here from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. See what other energies they want you to know about. So what else? What energy can this portal bring us? What power? Okay. I do want that one here. And we have card number 37, the Oracle's Gift. Beautiful, beautiful card there. And we'll put that right here. And let's see what energy that brings in. So the key concepts of this energy are second sight, clairvoyance, seeing the future, fate as a future determined by the choices you make now, seeing the signs around you, and recognizing potentials versus absolute determinism. So it says when we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from a source outside of us. This is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. And so we ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our abundance lives our mundane, oh my gosh, let me reread that. And so we ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that's already inside you. Oracles show up in a myriad of ways. Sometimes you see a billboard or hear a song or pull an oracle card, and you get the exact message you need to support your choices or show you the way forward. Regardless of how the sign appears, an oracle is a reminder that you are part of this vast universe. You are witnessed by the great mystery and loved and cared for. It's a reminder that life is magical. You are magical. So today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune into source, and also be able to read the signs reflecting what is true and real within you. Let this oracle give you the gift of knowing that you are indeed on the right track. Repeat the mantra, the light within me creates miracles in my life. The magic is inside you, outside you, all around and within you. Wow. I like that because, on this theme of the Emperor, we're looking to the outside world for signs. We're looking to the outside world of people and their opinions and how they're, what they are saying is the right thing, the wrong thing, blah, blah, blah. But when we turn inward and upward and we realize we have the answers within us, our heart will guide us. Our joy will guide us in the direction. But we sometimes have to get out of our mind and get out of the story that we grew up with and realize we have the power to choose the story of what happens, right? So I love that. And then the final oracle will be from the Faces of Ocean. So we'll do that here. Let's see your final oracle messages before we dive into the tarot. Okay, there we go. And just so everyone knows, this is the Oracle of Seven Energies by Colette Baron-Reid. And then we're going to look at the Faces of Ocean by Abiola Abrams. I think that's the way you say her name. All right, so let's take a look here. We have Ocean's Machete. We got card number 33, master number 33, Radical Truth, Clarity, and Self-Awareness. I love that. So in alignment with everything that we're talking about, right? So let's see what she brings in here. So it says, I am a beacon of truth in my words, my actions, and my life. I like this. Initiation of laughter. All right, listen up. It's high time to cut through the lies and BS. Exactly. Stop dancing around the issues and face the hard truth. No more excuses, no more justifications. Whether you've been avoiding confrontations or big decisions, enough is enough. Be a representative of truth in a world that desperately needs it. You owe it to yourself. Ocean's machete is a powerful symbol of radical truth-telling. The goddess invites you to wield this symbolic blade of clarity. That would be like the ace of swords of all this energy that we're talking about with the emperor too. So the goddess does invite you to wield this symbolic blade of clarity to hack through deception, secrecy, or half-truths. Truth is her sacred ground, and she stands as a guardian of integrity. Hold the mirror up to yourself and others. Dare to dive deep into truths you may have been avoiding. What to do now? If you suspect that those close to you may be hiding the truth, address it. Truth is the foundation for trust and meaningful connections. Don't shy away from seeking the truth, even if it means uncomfortable revelations. Radical truth-telling, the storyteller, right, leads to growth and better relationships. Her story, it's like history, but it's her story. In some traditions, Ocean carries a machete. Her machete symbolizes her ability to stand up for what is right, protect her followers, and clear away problems. She is usually thought of as a goddess of love and beauty, but her machete shows her as a strong and brave warrior too. And then healing ritual, write down 3 hard truths that you've been avoiding. 1 for your past, 1 for your present, and 1 for your future. Then take a deep breath and let it out. Imagine the weight lifting off your shoulders. Safely burn the paper as a symbolic act of confronting and releasing these truths, setting the ashes free to the wind or washing them down running water. Wow. So definitely some cleansing energy with all that too, but all of these all support this. Trusting that inner voice, allowing this capital T truth to transform. It's like the Justice card that has the Ace of Swords in it and the balancing scales, and it's about seeing things from a higher perspective, the capital T truth of the higher realms that helps balance the scales, because it starts off way out of balance where, let me see, you can do it here on screen helps. Down here is all the small T truths rooted in fear. We don't have a whole lot on the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love, but as we put things on top of this one, it does, that goes down, this goes up a little bit, but then we can also take some small T truths, look at what we glean from it, from these that are rooted in fear, transform it into higher truths, then it moves and balances things out even quicker. I like that. All right, well, we're going to use this tarot here, the tarot of magical moments or mystical moments. They can be magical too. All right, so let's see what other awareness that Spirit wants to bring in here for us for this 4/4 portal. Okay, I do feel like they want those and those. That one down here. What else? Anything else? Okay. This one and these. And those two. All right. So we'll scooch those over. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? We do have the High Priestess energy coming in. And that really talks of like this oracle, the oracle's gift, right? The High Priestess steps away from all the chaos, goes into her High Priestess temple, connects to the higher realms, looks behind the veil, what's going on behind the scenes, dives deep into their emotions too. So very supportive energy for all this. All right, we'll start with these 3 came out together. We do have the Empress. Put her over here along with Temperance. So 2 major arcana. And then the 3 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy coming in here. The 3s of creativity that can flow when we get out of our minds, get out of all the expectations. We can have new ideas that can come in here. Temperance is kind of like that balancing energy, but it's about introducing something new to the alchemy that's going on, which allows things to transform. It allows things to change from a standard, like it said, the mundane lives, our mundane existence type of energy, into something that's magical as it goes back and forth between the 2 cups, and it becomes gold eventually. The Empress is also, she's last month's Zen Gate, 3-3. She is like what represents the freedom in nature before the dictator emperor energy kicks in, creating all these roles over everyone else. And then the Hierophant after it too can be, someone that is kind of a dictator type of spiritual leader that's creating stuff to both of them to gain power. The Empress is free of expectation. She is that beautiful flow that allows her that like running through the forest naked. She's like, I don't care about your city roles and your religious roles. I am connected to nature. I am connected to unconditional love, right? So I like that. You got 3-3, you got 2 and 1 plus 3, 4 to a 6, which is 3-3 again. And then the 3 and the 37, there's a lot of that creative energy flowing in between the lines, right? And I like that. 3 of Cups 2 represents joy, following our joy, following that. And I feel like that's the missing piece that we add into our little mixture that helps with this energy. Pursue this clarity and following your heart when you're determining what it is you want to do with all this, right? Let's see what else they have here. You got the 2 of Swords. So the battle between the head and the heart with the Hermit. So Hermit energy is a lot like the High Priestess energy. It's about connecting to spirit and allowing them to be that little light in the lantern to help guide our way. This way, it's almost like a lighthouse that helps keep you away from danger, running into the rocks and running into that stuff. But it guides you here. The 2 of Swords is like your head wants you to do one thing, your heart wants to go a different direction. And that is the difference when we dive in between a loved emperor and a dictator, right? This is the choice. And so there's a lot of mental clarity. And it would be the lower vibrational human, small t truths of the small human M mind versus connecting to the higher vibration mind of spirit rooted in unconditional love, the capital M mind. So this is also the battle between the 2 minds that's coming in here. Let's see what else do we have here. We've got the King of Wands. Yep, here, this is Emperor energy. The King of Wands is a lot like that. And so it's really this message of mind your decisions, mind where you're focusing your energy and where you're wanting all of this to head. You get to decide. I like that there's, with the 2 of Swords too, there's no right or wrong in this life. I know what humans teach us right or wrong, but from Spirit's point of view, there are just different choices with different experiences and different outcomes. And it's like a grandparent who takes a grandchild to the playground, and the grandchild's like, all right, what am I supposed to do, right? All those expectations. Do I go on the slide first, the swings, the merry-go-round, the seesaw? What? And the grandparent's like, you came here to have fun. You came here to experience. You came here to explore. So there's no wrong choice of which one you go on first. Go for it. No, there got to be one. And so, eventually after we're like our little human's like, no, there's got to be a specific way that you go about the playground. Okay, well, let's go start with the swings, okay? I'll push you on it. Okay, so swings are always first. Well, not really, but if it'll get you to go to play, then Creator will at least point to something so that you'll go start. I like that. And then you've got 1 card, 3 cards, and 2 cards. When I get this, usually it's 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, right? That's usually how things work. But things are unfolding and they're out of order, and they don't have to unfold in an exact way. And this goes back to releasing those expectations. You can focus and ask Creator for a what, but release the how, the when, and things, and allow the flexibility and adaptability for that to come into. So let's see what the first one is here. Yep, we've got the Judgment card. So this is your higher self calling you to a higher place, seeing things from a different perspective. So we like that coming in here because there is this, again, seeing things from a higher place is like the first step, right? Because if we're stuck in our small t truths of fear, we're going to be inflexible and determine, no, it has to be a certain way, right? And then, let's jump out of order. Let's jump ahead to these 2 cards, and we'll see what this brings in. So you've got the 5 of Cups, transformation of emotion, and the King of Cups, the balance between the head and the heart. So one of the kings that the emperor rules over, right? But they roll over emotion, which helps you with this 5 of Cups transform emotion from lower vibration to higher vibration, is you realize not only do you have the power to choose the story, you also have the power to choose the emotion you want to feel. And so the King of Cups balances the head and the heart, both the small human mind with the higher mind, and also the small human heart with the higher heart. And so I like this energy coming in here because balance is all through this. There's not, we don't want to go, like when we're talking about the scales, they start off like this. We don't want to go like this either. We want to experience and walk hand in hand with our human, and experiencing both the human world and our spirit world kind of joined hand in hand. That's what this master number 33 tells me too. Because master number 11 is about really understanding our human adventure. Master number 22 is realizing I'm more than just this human character. I'm also the actor behind the human character. And then once we realize both, a lot of times we're told the spirit must destroy the human ego and human mind, but really it fulfills and they join together. And then we can walk through this life in a totally different way, feeling full and complete because of this love energy that we're getting from our higher self. That higher love, that higher knowledge, higher energies, we can walk and see the world in a completely different way. So I love that. Which brings us to our last 3 cards. You got the 8 of Pentacles. I love all the butterflies. Putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears transforms us from that, caterpillar who just consumes to a beautiful butterfly who can fly, migrate further than a caterpillar could ever go, because a caterpillar can't cross a stream, much less a river. Butterfly can flutter over a lake. So they can go in places that a caterpillar can never could, and they seek the nectar of flowers, and they actually help, kind of like bees and wasps and other flying things that land on flowers and pollinate, help cross-pollinate. So I love that. With the transformation, we have the Ace of Cups too. The Ace of Cups is turning inward and upward, finding this chalice that lives within us. It changes our route, it changes our perception, because when we turn inward and upward and find the love that we've been looking for, then the outside world does convert from a place that felt lacking. Relationships, situations, and things that are unstable and temporary, that just we eat of it, it makes us more hungry. This is we eventually turn inward and upward, and we find this beautiful, beautiful, unconditional love from our higher self and from the whole spirit world. I like this oracle with the Ace of Cups there too. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is we really get to the root of some of our beliefs that are really, it's like a codependency awareness card in a way, which tells us that when we were younger, usually when our emotional body is being created, 7 years old and younger, we are having this rate of emotional exchange that's created, and it's out of balance. We feel we give like 1,000 love coins and we get one back. And it's usually has to do with, parents or grandparents, whoever was an authority or was really important to us. And we felt like we as little small inner children, right, gave and gave and gave and gave and didn't get a whole lot back. And that's where that lack came in that we were talking about, right? Our trauma, the wanting to belong but feeling like we didn't, feeling scared and not protected, and all those things every human child experiences when it's younger, because we're children raising children, right? We don't get a handbook per se, and by the time we're getting wise and realizing things, we've already had children and already passed it on to them. So, this Six of Pentacles is about going back and doing some inner child work where we're realizing who can we release, who can we forgive, and readjust that rate of exchange to 1-to-1 instead of 1,000-to-1. And that changes our life. And the Six of Pentacles represents this feeling of abundance and balance again, but overflow, like we have enough for ourselves and we feel so full that we do overflow to others as well. So some great energies coming in with this Emperor about taking a hold of our lives. What is it that you want? Not what you think other people think you should want. And, well, what if this impacts everyone else? It's like, first start off deciding what it is you want to do. I know when you're single and you have no responsibilities for other people, that you're like, I'm going to go do this. I can do this because this is what I want for me. When you're in partnerships or have children and stuff, I know it complicates it. It makes it more complex. Maybe not complicated, it makes it more complex. Because something that you as a parent can do is sit down and find out what your partner wants in their life and what your children want too. Make it like a project that you guys do. All right, if you could have whatever you wanted in your life, what would you want? What would you like to have happen? For children, it's going to be smaller and more obtainable usually, right? Or really like extreme, but we can still go, all right, let's let's see what we can do to help you head in that direction. We know as children, as they grow, that compass changes about where they want to go. But with your partner in you, if you're like, I don't want to be in this corporate life anymore, I want to be able to pursue this, and they're like, I want to pursue this, then you guys can make a list and put it all together and decide what's a plan that we can do to make this all happen and work. And where there's a will, there's a way, but if we don't talk about it, everyone stays in silence, right? So a lot of great progression, a lot of great decisions that can be made, deciding what it is that I want, not what everyone else wants me to want. What do I want? And then making a plan and putting energy behind it. This portal offers a lot of that energy. So I love that. All right, that's the message for this one. If you're interested in diving deeper, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video. I do, in addition to just you send me your questions, I have life purpose readings, relationship readings, past life readings, and birthday readings too. All that information, if you click on the link in the description box, will take you to a page where it dives into all the questions and the stuff I cover in those readings. Also, I have the YouTube channel memberships where we get more, we get to know each other more deeply. And in addition to my going live for the public on Friday nights, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday morning, my two memberships, I have Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. We get together on Thursdays for 2-3 hours where we do tarot readings, oracle readings, past life readings. We talk about all sorts of stuff, and we get to know each other more deeply because it's a smaller group. And then my praying mantis members, the higher level, we actually on Friday and Saturday nights after my live sessions and on Sunday afternoons, we have an hour or so together as well. My praying mantis members also get advanced access to all these videos that I put out each month. I usually record them 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks in advance, and you get advanced access to all that too. So if you're interested in those memberships, there's a link in the description box of the video for that too. I am so glad that we're on these adventures together. This is a huge, important time in our humanity. That's why all the different readings that we're putting out each month, quarterly, with equinox and solstice readings, and even 2025 for each individual zodiac sign, the forecast, energetic forecast. So all of that is free. If you look at the description box video, there's all these playlists for all the free things that we're offering to help us get through this wonderful, we'll call it again, complex 2025, where we have a lot of opportunities to make it more difficult for us or easier. And that's what all these readings are about. So hopefully this has made it easier, provided some great information. And remember, as we're going through adventure every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. And remember, as they mentioned in the reading, have fun. Why are we being so serious? All right. We'll see you soon. Love you.